Welcome to your Wednesday 11/11 live broadcast. Today is a talk, not a meditation. Meditations happen on Mondays. This is the day where I get all of my thoughts out for the week, and it's usually about something that's going on currently in my life or something that's happening over in the private Facebook community. Two things before we start today. I do have a private Facebook community where I am every single day, where I share openly along with more than 4,000 other beautiful souls. We go in there and share our traumas, our triumphs, our collective healing techniques and modalities. We do it together in an effort to shed some shame and some mystery from the process of healing from mental and physical illness, and also to support each other. So I hope that you'll join us there. The link is in the video description. It is right there on top. And also another link that you'll find in the video description is for my Block to Blissed group experience, the 12-week group experience, which is starting on May 20th. I am so excited to bring this back. The first session was in the summer of 2017. It is a remarkable experience, a remarkable process that I have been through where I have found profound healing. It is a group experience where you support each other. It's based on the pillars of accountability, of integrity, of action, and you will see profound change in yourself over the 12 weeks. So if that's something that interests you, please click on the link to get more information. Applications are open. So there's that. Today we're talking about shame, shedding shame, and sharing things that hurt us, that put us in dark places, that make us feel alone, and how to do it without hurting other people. A conversation came up today in the private community about, I'm going to say her name wrong. Is it Hilaria? I'm not sure. Baldwin? I know Baldwin. And she was sharing in real time on her Instagram to her very large Instagram community about her pregnancy loss, about her miscarriage. And someone was hurt by that. Someone was, to not overuse the word, but triggered by that. And they spoke about it very openly and vulnerably in the community. And they asked whether or not it was appropriate for her to share because it could hurt people in her community. And what I want to offer you today is my process on how I decide what to share and how to share, and how I seek healing through sharing things that, again, might make me feel shameful or alone or things that make me feel overwhelmed and might make me feel like it's too much to carry on my own. So I need help, but I also want to do it in the most responsible way. So, and forgive me, my voice is going up and down and in and out because I am recovering from a nasty cold. That's what happens when you have kids around you all the time. So I suffered a pregnancy loss in December of 2017. And before I go on, I want everyone watching to protect themselves, to hold themselves in a bubble of safety. So if this is something that is going to be triggering for you, or just something that you don't want to deal with today, go ahead and shut this broadcast off right now, right? So I suffered a pregnancy loss in December of 2017. And while I was still in bed with the loss, I decided to share. I shared on my Instagram, and then soon after I went live and I talked about it online to my community. There is a method that I use in conversation that was created by my very dear friends Alex Jameson and her husband Bob Gower, called the ICBD method, that they wrote about in their book, Getting to Hell Yes. I talk about this book all the time. I made a video about it. I included the method in my next book, Managing the Motherload. This is also a process I use to tune in to my own feelings and to decide how I communicate and share with you all about things that are going on in my life. So ICBD stands for Intention, Concern, Boundary, Desire. Intention, Concern, Boundary, Desire. And if you want any more information on this, you want to download the book for free, go to gettingtohellyes.com. Gettingtohellyes.com. So when I'm bringing something up, I don't necessarily use this exact language, but I share in a way that pays tribute or honors the steps of this process. So first, I state my intention. And if my intention is to heal others, I say that. If my intention is to get support, I say that. I might open something up with, I need your support. I need your advice. I'm looking for advice. Or I want to offer something that I think might give you some peace, that might offer some healing opportunities for you. That is my intention, my concern. And this is where, notice at the top of this broadcast, I said, if this is going to trigger you, if this is going to be something that you don't want to deal with, step away. I express my concerns. So this is something that's going to be very painful for me. This is something that's scary for me to share, but I really need to do it. And my concern is that it might hurt you. So please protect yourself. I have a concern that this might be something that you don't want to deal with right now. There's the concern. So I have the intention, I have the concern, the boundary. Boundaries are really important on social media. Sometimes I'll post a picture of myself and I'm talking about my body or talking about my body image issues. And I'll say very concretely, and this comes from ICBD, I set a boundary. I am not looking for criticism or compliments in the comments. Any kind of comments about my body at all. I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. That is a boundary that I'm setting up here. So please comment with your own experiences, but don't make any comments. And when I posted about my pregnancy loss, I offered a boundary as an invitation. Please share your experiences, but make them your own. Make them your own. Don't share about other people in this. Just your own personal experiences speak from the eye. I have a really good friend, Elizabeth D'Alto, that you should be following, who does the same thing very often. And I love the way she sets up boundaries in her social media posts. And all of you could do this, whether you're a teacher or you're just sharing something about whatever's going on in your life. And we really are all teachers, really. But set up those boundaries. Like, what are you looking for? And what are you not okay with in your comments? What are you not okay with? And that offers up some protection and some clear guidelines. So then when you're hitting delete or block, those people know why. And then finally, the last part is desire. My desire is much like my intention, but it also kind of frames out a dream. My desire is that you get some healing from this and that we rid ourselves of the stigma of pregnancy loss, that we don't have to feel shame around it, that we don't have to feel like there's anything wrong with us, that we have an understanding that it happens to everybody. I shared very recently about me going back to therapy and starting psychiatric medications to help with my anxiety and depression. And I added this extra tool into my toolbox along with other self-care modalities like meditation and tapping and rest and going out and having fun with friends and journaling and all those things. So I added medication into the mix and I used the ICBD method to communicate that. My intention was to share something that was going on so that you would feel less alone. My concern is that some people might criticize me or you might criticize yourself for taking the same path. My boundary is that I don't want to get any medical advice here. I don't want any medical advice. I've been on this journey for 30 plus years and I know what I'm doing and I'm very in tune with myself. And my desire was to remove just a little bit more of the stigma of mental illness and to be able to talk about mental health more openly. So when we communicate with ourselves, with other people, especially when we're talking about something that's tricky, something that might bring up some hard feelings for other people, it's really important to tread lightly and with total compassion and with as much vulnerability as you feel comfortable, but always with truth, right? Always with a level of truth that you feel comfortable with, right? Like don't overshare. Don't share to a place that it feels uncomfortable for you, but always make it true. But if you follow these steps of intention, concern, boundary, desire in all of your communication, even communication with self, you set up this way to have very safe and compassionate, loving conversations that lead somewhere, that get the results that you want. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Again, if you want to get this like free book, I don't make any money from this, but I did write the foreword for the book because I'm such an evangelist for this method and I love it so much. It's Getting to Hell Yes.com, written by my dear friends Alexandra Jameson, and her partner, her husband, Bob Gower. They are wonderful people and master communicators. And if you want to continue the conversation on how to share without shame and also to not bring up shame or hurt in others, how to share without harm, jump on over to the private Facebook community. The link is in the video description. I'd love to see you there and have more conversation there with you. And again, Block to Blissed is open. Applications are open. We start May 20th. There is an early application discount that's going on until April 20th. And I would really love for you to take advantage of that. I know a lot of you have wanted to join in the past and you've been waiting a really, really long time for it to come back, but I had to do a lot of sorting and reconfiguring to really make the program its best. It is 12 weeks. It is amazing. It will change your life. It will change my life. It does over and over and over again every single time I do it. And I can't wait to lead you through it. That link is in the video description as well. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep commenting. I answer them all after I'm done here. And I'll see you. Thanks, Karen, for joining. Thanks, Laura, for joining.